All right, boys, here we are. Savage Ambition, podcast number 1. So we're going to be doing, most people know most of the shit that we're doing. I went over it a few times, but, we're going to be doing these podcasts, street interviews, fucking spins on the Czar reviews, all sorts of shit. So can't wait for that. But these podcasts are mainly going to be sports related. Unfortunately, football season just came. We got the Super Bowl left, but, football season's coming to an end, so we'll have NBA and fucking NCAA basketball going on. So that's what we're going to be focused on here soon.
Huge topics, too.
Right.
March Madness is coming up.
What's the date anyway?
It's going to be
January.
26th.
Is March Madness going to happen this year?
Yes. Let's hope.
They're
they got the
fucking better.
season going. Yeah, it's the whole point of the season.
I can't believe it didn't happen last year.
I'm taking Baylor.
Baylor?
That's a bold pick, but I'm a big fan of Jared Butler.
Baylor.
He's a dude.
Yeah,
Where are they at right now?
I'm hoping a high
They're
score
looking
against a deep run. Baylor? Like that.
Oh, here goes. That's what I like, Danny Boy. Highlights, but Jared Butler.
Really though, I want to know where they're at in the charts.
That's what I'm looking at.
I think.
I haven't been as hip to NCAA as I'd like to be, but I'm definitely getting into it this year, 100%.
There's a lot of sleeper teams.
It looks like Baylor's second in the nation. They're 12-0.
12-0?
Yeah.
What the
Behind
fuck?
Gonzaga. Gonzaga's 14-0.
Damn, Gonzaga's always nice, bro.
I knew they were playing good, but I didn't know they were undefeated.
Villanova's 8-1 at third. That's
I'm
my
more
team.
thinking, like you said,
Wow,
like
12-0.
Arizona
Ohio State just
State.
beat Wisconsin, didn't it?
Yeah, it was a great game too.
Man, Ohio State's just real.
The Big Ten, I'll tell you what.
It's a huge.
As much shit as we get for the fucking Big Ten, like SEC and
Basketball-wise,
football, if you
yeah.
want to talk basketball, Big Ten is an absolute powerhouse. There's literally
It's
no
the
denying
SEC,
that.
it's the SEC of basketball.
the ACC has always been the king of basketball, I would say, for the most part, between Duke, North Carolina, fucking all these teams.
North Carolina's playing okay. Duke fell off this year. They're not playing. Yeah, they're not playing good. Kentucky's not
Kentucky's
playing good.
been, yeah.
It's kind of.
Wait, is Kentucky in the ACC in basketball?
No, they're in the SEC, aren't they?
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought we were talking ACC.
But honestly, all around, league-wise,
but-
I'd say the Big Ten has the most teams that are good.
Yeah,
I think.
no,
personally.
100%.
Yeah.
No doubt. Who we got? Even the teams that got added, like in football, Rutgers and Maryland and shit,
Yeah.
like they're
They're
dog
good
shit at football, but
basketball,
they're
yeah.
good basketball. Yeah, they're Big Ten.
I think, is there some teams that are in different leagues in basketball and football, though?
There definitely was. At one point, there was ACC school, like Notre Dame was in the ACC, but they were independent in football. But now they're ACC in football
that
too.
makes
Recently,
sense. Yeah, they did that this year, right?
Yeah.
With the COVID.
Yeah.
Crazy. How could you beat them?
Yeah, that don't even make fucking sense. Like,
No, we're not playing for anything.
even in one sport, like
Penn State used to be independent, right? Back in the day, in the 90s.
That's news to me. If that's yeah, I don't remember that at all.
Let me look at that.
But
we kind of glossed over the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we went past football.
The whole thing is with it's just crazy, bro.
The Penn State joined the Big Ten.
That name right there.
Tom Brady.
Penn State was independent until 1999.
Wow. No
Good
way.
call.
1999.
They joined the Big Ten in 1999.
What a call! Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff.
He does.
Smart. It's in glasses.
I guess so.
They were the 11th team to join the Big Ten.
Really?
That's sweet.
That's wild.
But alright, so Tom Brady, he's goated, of course.
Oh my God, I've been dreading.
But-
The fact that he just went back to the Super Bowl like this.
10th time?
He's
And
so
then
smart.
he pulled fucking
He's smart.
AB and Gronk, and he just built his own fucking
Yeah,
team.
he's
was
the
out of
GM.
nowhere. I didn't expect
He's literally,
AB.
yeah.
Because I wasn't expecting that one.
And
Must have
I'm
really
gonna say
liked
on
the
the
guy
record,
as a person. But the way he got Gronk there through the retirement shit,
Yeah, no.
It's insane.
phenomenal.
Well, who wouldn't want it? It's free ring.
there.
Essentially, that's what. Obviously,
They take care of business.
I've seen a
They
stat
do.
where it said fucking Tom Brady has been to the Super Bowl 47% of the time in his career. Steph Curry's 3-point percentage is 43%.
I think he's more likely
to go. Tom Brady's more likely to go to the Super Bowl than Steph Curry hit a 3. That is
Think about
fucking incredible.
Steph, the one who revolutionized kind of this part of basketball.
Yeah.
And you just gotta give to it.
Correction, Penn State played as an independent from 1966 to 1992.
Interesting. I love how there's just a yes above all of that. What was your question?
I just did Penn State used to be independent.
Gotcha.
Under Paterno, Penn State plays.
But then the whole thing is going to be battle of the 87s, I think. Like, granted, you have your skill players or whatever, but how's Kelsey going to play? You know what I mean? Him and Patty.
Yeah.
And they're coming back.
Dude,
for
I
another
can't.
one.
This
Like,
see
you know,
what
so-
I've been saying is let's do predictions on the Super Bowl. We might as well bust that out.
Yeah, real quick.
Okay.
ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, even though as good as Tom's obviously the GOAT, and I was about to go on record and say I fucking hate Tom Brady. He's a state up north pussy, and I never liked him. But I have mad respect for his game. He's he's literally a GOAT. You can't argue that. So there's that. But at the same time, what I was getting at, I think this Super Bowl is going to be a passing of the torch. Tom Brady to Patty
You
Mahomes.
think so?
I think
That's a huge call.
100%. I think Tom. It's a battle. I'm gonna say it decently scoring. Both offenses are fucking high powered.
Think
I'm
Tom
gonna
makes a
say
late comeback in the fourth this time? Doesn't win, but makes it late.
He's
start.
known to do it. He's known to do it.
100%.
I can see the passing of the torch.
Yeah, I think
That's a hot
and I
take,
think,
dude.
yeah, and I really think I think the score will be fucking like 38-34. But I think if
Write that
Patty
down.
wins that, what do you think about Tom's chances of staying in the?
Wow, what's the spread on that?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So
I think he will. Honestly, I don't
My
know.
prediction.
Something's telling me he's
So,
gonna be in there for a while.
Let me ask you this: if Tom leaves, does the Buccaneers fall apart, or do they still have a team next year?
100% fuck. Yeah.
Nobody, like they
they're
can't.
absolutely-
You don't think
there's
they can
no-
pull up a quarterback from the they can't?
Yeah, but AB's gone. I guarantee AB don't stay.
look up
Gronk's
what they got this
gone.
coming draft. See what they got this coming draft. See if they can squeeze a quarterback. Maybe not.
I think it's.
I mean, they're
well,
gonna
this
be
draft
last
is gonna
pick.
be, yeah, they're gonna be 30
Well,
because of their
when
Super Bowl.
But that doesn't mean that there's not a
unless they
good
have
quarterback.
when was
They
Tom
could have
Brady
another pick
drafted?
That's true. Good point. There's sleepers,
Go.
but how come?
Yeah.
So fifth round, right? He ran a 5.540 and
Sleeper.
Dead ass. He ran a 5.540, bro. I could go out and run that right now.
He's a sleeper.
And that was in
Off
his
the
prime.
couch.
Nobody wants a Michigan boy. I mean, sorry.
That might be a cap. I might not run a 5.5. I'm just kidding.
If you can't get a 5.5 right now.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But there was at one point. I mean, I thought I was fast, and they're like 5.1. I'm like, okay, what is it? You know what I mean? I thought I was flying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just one of those
I'm
things.
looking up draft predictions,
Do
see who they think the Buccaneers.
But
will pick.
another thing I wanted to break down, just so everybody knows, I'm a big Browns guy, and then we got two Broncos guys over here, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
let's go, Orange Rush, baby.
Orange Rush. I never heard that one.
Honestly, as a fan, never heard that one either.
Mm.
But fuck it, let's go.
Let's go.
Full head of steam. But
Ugh.
my prediction, I like the idea of the passing of the torch. I don't think it's gonna happen yet. That's not gonna happen yet.
Yeah.
Tom's
You
taking
think it's
one.
this year? Yeah.
Now what's the score?
Tom, you know, you'd like to think they're about to just put up numbers, which, I mean, Jada. It's y'all.
Jada.
But then see, Mike Evans gonna hold on, no fuck.
Yeah, dude, he can't fucking
It's-
catch the ball.
It's Orange Crush, not Orange Rush.
Oh,
It's
okay,
because of
see.
19.
Oh,
yeah.
Slight mix
I
up.
just said
I
it.
heard that before.
I said it wrong.
Okay, yeah.
I got my C in my.
No shot he heard that either.
I love to see
He would
how-
have corrected you if he heard the Orange Rush.
Right. It's the 1970s defense is with the Orange Crush. It's like the Steel Curtain type.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh,
But
but
yeah.
it was an era. It's
Yeah.
not like actually what they're
Mike
called.
Evans-
Well, I mean, they
Hold
still
on,
like
hold
it's a
on.
nickname for the team.
Maybe
They still
the
call
Von
Steelers
Miller,
the Steel
the
Curtain,
Von
you know?
Miller days, they could probably call them Orange Crush. If
Right.
it's like a defensive type thing.
It's like
Right.
BIX.
Because
Dude,
Ohio
Broncos were fired defensively when
Dude.
Von Miller was there.
And he's still there. He's just gotta get recovered.
Yeah, I
towards
keep forgetting
ACL.
that. Yeah, he's done.
Tired.
He's not done,
Von
boys.
Miller's career is over. Mark my words. He's
I'll put-
not going to be the same guy that he.
I will
gotta
put.
be a
Are we
stud.
doing a bet on? Like we can bet on.
No,
it.
there's nothing to bet. What are
don't
you gonna
bet on
bet?
his
Not
health.
even- no, that's what I'm saying. I bet.
Don't bet on his
I'm not
health.
saying his career.
I bet he's a
he'll
top
stay
10
in the league for maybe a couple more years, but not very much longer.
I
I don't
bet
think he's going
next
to be.
year he's a top
nearly
10
impressive.
defender.
Dude, he's 32 and he's going through an injury. I just think.
ACLs
at-
are tough.
At linebacker, bro, when you get that old, it's like running back.
Yeah,
like you
it's
just
a lot.
running backs don't last past 30.
It's a lot of wear and
Literally.
tear.
I mean,
Like,
besides
quite
Frank
literally.
Gore.
Frank Gore's a.
Dude, I mean, it don't even make sense. Frank Gore's about as old as Tom, and he's been taking beatings his whole life.
It's insane.
Like, it's crazy.
And-
But it's yeah. I mean, you gotta commend the dude. I mean,
yeah.
all
What
pros
was
go
you
to
didn't get
him.
your score in? What was the score of the game?
I was still thinking, I was to let everybody go because I was actually like still letting it
Yeah.
marinate. Because I'm stuck between, is it going to be a high-scoring game, or are they both just going to lock each other down and be like, one of those, like,
Right.
little.
That's a good, yeah, I don't know. That's a good question.
Nope, I'm going with my gut. It's going to be like 40-something to 30-something. More accurately, we got like 42 to 35.
42-35, no field goals then.
No field goals.
Okay.
And it, like,
I
something's
see.
going to be going on, like hit a field goal post, go left, go right, maybe shoot on the wall. But, yeah.
Dude, I hope one of us hit the nail on the head. All right, Denny, your prediction.
I'm going to say, hot take here, I'm going with the passing of the torch. I think Mahomes pulls it out of his fucking ass, and it's going to be 38-24, Chiefs by a good margin.
Yeah.
Couple TDs.
Couple
I really
TDs,
think
man.
I think Mahomes
mean,
comes out
I
pissed
hope-
off to prove something.
I hope
He
it's
is
fucking
now the great-
48-3. I hate Tom Brady.
Listen,
But-
I think Mahomes makes his case this year that he's gonna be the next Tom Brady, like you said. Like
It's a new era though.
Yeah.
Like it's a whole different this.
He's gonna
Lamar
be the GOAT
Jackson's-
now, though. is what I'm
Lamar
saying.
Jackson's Twitter name is so great. New Era 8 because
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson, Patty Mahomes, Russell Wilson, all these dudes. I love this new
Different
fucking era,
style.
but I don't want the Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady quarterbacks to go away because I think they are crucial.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
think
Yeah, it's never gonna.
I think you can still build an offense around those type of players.
I mean,
Yeah,
people still
Justin
talk
Herbert
about.
maybe is kind of like an old school, like one of the new guys that's kind of like an old school type.
I
It's
mean,
almost
Dwayne
like
Haskins,
Allen
if he
from
made
the
some of
Bills, it's
himself,
the same way.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean? If he would have did
I'm
something,
anxious to see what Tomlin can do with Haskins.
Haskins, I'm excited,
Bro,
dude.
that's
I'm
huge.
rooting,
I-
I'm rooting for
Tomlin-
the Steelers this year. for
Tomlin
that
is a
reason.
top 3 NFL coach, 100%.
Don't tell
I hate
Christian
the
Ross
Steelers,
that.
A lot of
by the way.
people
Don't tell
like
Christian
him.
Ross that.
Yeah,
like,
Christian Ross
hates
just hates
Tomlin.
Tomlin, Ben Roethlisberger, everybody.
I mean, I understand why.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Don't
see
like
a
the
team
Steelers?
lose when they expect him to be good. No, he
No,
loves
I
the
get it.
Steelers.
No,
He just
yeah,
it's his
he's-
team.
Oh, okay. Just be.
He was
I
getting
mean,
on high stakes.
that's like we can be angry about the Broncos not doing good, but
Yeah.
I'm fucking sticking it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna
We
take
got
care
it.
of business.
Look
and we're gonna
at
do something.
That's how I
fucking
feel.
Browns fan,
Exactly.
dude. I mean,
Exactly.
fuck,
Like,
bud.
come on.
At least you guys won a Super Bowl recently. I fucking have. We
Sure.
haven't won a playoff game in 18 years coming up into this season.
Well, history
But
gotta start somewhere, you know.
you guys
Yeah.
have-
Oh, we got, dude.
I think the Browns have honestly, out of like coming back from last year, they're the most improved team, even though they had a decent
100%.
season. Like,
Stefanski
and
was
it's the
coach of
most
the
to be
year.
proud of. Like they have that fan base has the most to be proud of this year.
Dude, it was totally worth the wait. I mean, I think we have officially built. I think we built a franchise. We have so much. Somebody just pointed out to me when I was working the other day at Plan B. Fucking, dude, we have so much cap space. Fucking, we have like
I remember
43
that
million.
conversation, yeah.
Yeah, you heard. Yeah, you
Yeah.
heard. You're grabbing. A
He
beer
said
or
the
something.
money's there.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah, and I'm like, no way, because we have like literally like 40 million, and all these other teams like in the AFC North, like the Steelers and shit, they got like 5 mil. So
Wait,
we have all
what?
these young fucking players, dude. We got
And you already
Kareem,
got a
Chubb,
team, yeah.
Baker. We got a young coach. Like, dude, I don't see us going anywhere.
The talent's there.
And this is so fucking exciting as a Browns fan because my whole life has been miserable.
Yeah.
I've been going kicking it with Steelers fans at your house, and shit, and just fucking taking ass beatings. So it's like
Oh.
exciting. To
Oh,
finally
I
get
bet
Super Bowl.
it felt real good to
Oh, 100%. Beat them
run
in the
this way.
playoffs.
Oh, that's
Oh,
huge.
yeah.
That's
So-
huge.
What about not to change the
And fuck
topic?
Juju Smith, he's a puke.
Not to
Not a
change the
fan
topic.
of-
Corvette. Not to change the topic, but I read a story last night that said, so first off, LeBron scored 46 points last night against Cleveland, right? In Cleveland.
And Cleveland's been playing good, but keep going.
And they have. And
We're bouncing around so
the
much.
reason
Fucking
LeBron said he went off in the fourth quarter is because a member of the Cavs front office was rooting and cheering after he missed the buzzer. Like,
Yeah,
at the
I
end of
seen that. Yeah.
And so he just went off and got pissed and just. I think if
Well-
he can take that mentality the rest of the year, he has another championship.
Dude, that's a life
He has another
lesson.
ring.
I mean, for all these like Michael, LeBron, Kobe, they use all this shit as fuel, bro.
That's
Like
true.
negativity, fucking anybody that talks shit. If you're smart, when you're going up against somebody that competitive and that fucking great at what they do, you're not gonna fucking
Give 'em
say
fuel.
anything. I've
Exactly.
always like
Just gonna
I talked a
take
lot
care
of shit when I
business.
played sports, but I knew if like if they're good as fuck and they like. Dude, you can't talk shit to some people. That's just how it is. Like, they use it as fuel,
Game versus
and then it makes them that much better.
You
Because
gotta piss them
literally,
off.
you say one thing, and they're like, they want the ball so bad. Once you're
And
talking
they
shit,
stand-
That's
they're
like,
fuck
I feel
you.
like that's
Well,
you.
that's
Oh,
Like, when you-
100%.
But
Yeah.
then the good players still won't say anything.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just gonna keep taking and just keep giving you that
Mhm.
one little look, and you're like, man, this motherfucker's looking through my soul.
Don't
Like,
poke the bear.
You always have a few people that still would run that off. You look
But
at
that's- I
Ron
mean-
Artest and shit.
Yeah, they fight the crowd and
Love
shit.
Fucking,
That was legendary.
giant people and shit. Gotta love it. Even went in there. Hey, you think we'll get in trouble for that?
Right.
I mean, maybe, Ron. Some shit went
Ron's
down.
a good, though.
I can't wait
Oh,
till
he is.
we
I'd
get.
love to fucking have him in here.
I can't wait till
Ron Artest.
I want
Gotta
to
get like a bigger tables and bigger chairs or something.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
I can't wait till we can get a screen up here and play videos like that, like him
Yeah,
getting
we
shit out
will.
of the crowd and shit. It's coming, guys.
I mean, yeah, this is
Here's-
all gonna. We don't even have a mic. I mean, we got the GoPro up here.
I mean,
Like
this
this
one's
is all gonna
legendary.
get 10 times better. So
Yeah.
just keep that in mind.
That's
This is
day
literally
one.
day one.
Yeah.
We're just sick of sitting around waiting on this shit. So we're like, fuck it, dude. Let's put the
Like
camera
Like
here. send
Dana
it.
said, dude, if you're waiting, you're gonna keep
Literally.
waiting. That's
Like,
it.
life's gonna keep fucking you in the face.
Literally.
Like Dana. Like, shout,
Fuck
like,
you.
literally, like,
Just gotta wake up and send it.
you just gotta go for it.
Send it.
So if the quality ain't there, I mean, fuck, we'll get there.
And
but
here's the whole
we'll
thing,
find
like,
out.
if you fail, why not fail fucking big? Let's go
Yeah.
big and let's fucking fail and do it again. Like,
Literally,
simple as that.
100%, dude.
And it's almost like
How about-
someone saying, like, oh, why don't you ask? Like, what's the worst someone can say is no. Like,
Right.
essentially the same concept. Like, fucking
Let's
go
do
for
it.
it all.
So to end the NFL conversation and get into a little more NBA and shit.
One last question. What do you think Lamar goes? Do you think Lamar makes it deep in the playoffs next year? Dude.
I think City. I like Lamar. I mean, you know, we played Madden franchises and did fantasy drafts and shit.
But
And
not
I always
anytime
pick
soon.
Lamar. But what I'm saying is, I think when you look at the Mike Vicks and the Lamars, and now I think Lamar can maybe throw the ball a little better than Vic. Vic had a cannon, but
Yeah.
but at the same time, I think once a defense, because I've seen the Bills,
Once
dude,
they
they
figure it out.
pressured the fuck out of him, dude, and he won that game. But at the same time, that's what teams are starting to do, and I think they'll all watch the films of when he got shut down, and then he'll start struggling a little bit. He might figure it out
I was gonna say, it's
himself.
how they
like
do
once,
it.
so yeah, it's like a chess
He's
game.
got
like a high
Once they
stakes.
do that to you, you have to figure out why they're stopping.
Adjustments.
So we'll see if he can do that. But I think next year,
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
that's
teams are
coaching,
going to
too.
pressure the fuck out of Lamar
Do
Jackson.
you think his coach has enough balls to actually make those adjustments?
Dude, John Harbaugh actually is. Well, what's the OC for the Ravens, dude? He's a
Let
genius.
me look it up.
Dude, I want to shout that dude out because he's fucking. Tony Pridgeon would know this.
President.
Yeah.
I get him on there.
Yeah, we
Dude,
do.
I definitely want Pridgeon on here.
When he
But-
walks in, we'll just start some kill jacks, get him all stirred.
It's Greg Roman.
Yeah, Roman, dude, he's a genius, bro.
He's
Like
got
when
that
you look at,
goatee.
dude, I mean, imagine anybody else gets their hand on Lamar Jackson, they're not doing what I mean, maybe Andy Reid or somebody like that, but like,
You think
Dude.
they're gonna waste them basically? is what
yeah,
you're
like
saying?
even if we picked him up, like I looked at our draft and I'm like, damn, imagine we had Lamar Jackson because he got picked after Baker, but at the same time, Baker's perfect fit for Stefanski and all the shit we got going on, and I just think Lamar's in a perfect situation, but.
You think they complement each other? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, they're obviously building around that, so they're
You
just
just
smart.
compliment each other. Shaq and Charles Barkley, they just go right back and forth.
I know they are a
Oh,
great duo.
And then
But
yeah, go say.
I wanted to get this fucking NFL shit down. I just wanted to get our top 5 power rankings for the end of the year. Now the Super Bowl's here, we might as well
And
end
so
it with
going
our
into next year
rankings.
type shit?
Yeah, going into next year, I'd say what's your top 5? I mean, I can start it.
Yeah,
Go
I'll
ahead.
let
Let's
you go.
say-
I'll
let's
let
say-
you go. Then you go. Then I'll
Going
take
into
over.
next year, there's a lot of question marks because we don't know who's staying and shit. But Aaron Rodgers, even we don't know.
Way
He's
too early
questionable.
at top
Yeah.
5, man.
But I'm saying, let's just say right now,
Right now,
if,
we're
if
going
they-
into next year.
every team still had like Tom Brady and all these teams, everybody's still there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, obviously I gotta pick Chiefs at 1 because they're fucking in the Super Bowl and they're about to win it. 2, I want to say, dude, I still like I mean the Packers. Dude, the Saints beat the fucking Buccaneers twice in the regular season. I really don't think the Buccaneers are the second best team personally, but
Really?
yeah, 100%, dude. The Saints beat them.
But
twice
not even in
regular
this
season.
form that they're
Saints
in right
beat
now.
them 38-3. Yeah, I mean right now they're playing incredible, but like.
But I was just saying, they just beat teams that beat
All right.
the Saints by a lot.
Let's-
Not that means anything, but
So you got your
I'm gonna
Chiefs.
say Chiefs, Packers. I think the Packers should have beat them. I mean, you look at a lot of things that went wrong in that
Mhm.
game with calls and shit.
Hold on.
Packers. I'll say Buccaneers, and then I'm gonna say, dude, I'll put. I know this is biased. That's why I told you what teams we like. But I'm putting the Browns at 4.
I would have too.
I mean, seriously, I don't know who's better than the Browns. They were playing exceptionally well at the end of the year when you look in the playoffs.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the
Dude,
year, they got
held
their
the
ass beat
Chiefs.
by the Steelers and Ravens, both destroyed. And then they came back and fucking almost beat the
I mean, you're
They
Ravens.
looked good at
spot
the Chiefs
on.
game.
Yeah, and then 5 for 5, I got fuck, dude, who am I forgetting? Oh man, here I got, but that's my 4, and then you go, and I'm gonna look and
Okay.
see.
I'd probably, if in your list, I'd probably put Saints at your 5. But you might not be thinking of New Orleans.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Who's the best team in the league, you think? I mean, I'm
It's
talking
definitely
about
not Buffalo. I mean,
the Bills. They're not number 1 for me.
no, Bills are actually not. I mean, their offense is good, but.
I'd say Chiefs.
So you're saying Chiefs won, but you're picking Buccaneers for the Super Bowl? Okay, just because it's Super Bowl and Tom's Tom and shit.
Yeah, Tom's getting number 7 this year.
Yeah,
and
okay.
10 down the road.
That's fair because I mean Tom is a different breed than
Yeah,
playoffs. So it's
like-
kind of like
yeah.
LeBron. Goat's just, you know.
I'd probably give, bro. That's it. My 2's hard because like I like the Packers, but then I think about how the Saints just kept
Aaron Rodgers.
demoralizing the fucking Buccaneers.
Isn't Aaron Rodgers up for a contract this year?
And I
They could
don't-
trade.
Yeah, and he's
Possibly.
but and he's
But
probably
he's-
leaving.
he's-
But you're
Yeah.
saying assuming everybody stays.
Yeah,
Right,
like
okay.
assuming the
We're
team
saying
wins.
at the end of the right now, if they went back and played.
Got you.
So I'm going Chiefs,
Yeah.
Saints.
Wow.
No. Chiefs, Buccaneers, Saints, Packers, and the Browns.
Love it. That's a good list. Denny?
So, I say first I'm going Chiefs, obviously. Second, I'm thinking Packers. If Aaron Rodgers comes back, I mean they look great this year, and obviously they had mishaps late in the season. I think they come out hot. Everything's good for them next year. I like their coaching, other than the terrible field goal call that Dave Portnoy roasted their ass for.
Yeah. No,
At number 3, I'm sitting at the Bills, but that was hard. I really wanted to put the Browns there. I think Browns. I love the way the Bills played late in the season this year. They proved a lot. They proved a lot to me.
They just the Chiefs game kind of like. I mean, the Browns should have beat. The Browns almost beat the Chiefs. When you look at that targeting call that didn't get called,
Yeah.
I don't know if I just sent that to you. I
At
sent
the
it to
1 yard
somebody.
line.
Yeah, I mean you got drilled, but that's excuses. But anyway, it was still a 5-point game. When we look at the Bills Chiefs, like the Bills got fucking exposed. I mean,
Yeah.
we were
And I
down
think
here watching
everybody
it,
has
and all
games
stirred
like
up.
that, but you can't have that if you're going to be a top 5 team. I agree.
Especially in the playoffs, you can't have a fucking complete, basically donut in the playoffs.
So number 4, I'm going Browns. And hot take here, I think with the Broncos being healthy, I'm going 5.
No.
I think they
way.
come out next year and go crazy.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't say it. Like I was thinking about it in my head. I was like,
I'm
Dude,
going to be the one to say it.
Better
I
than
can't
fucking-
just give. I can't
better-
give the top 5.
You-
I mean,
you're
I don't-
thinking
I-
you're
I'm
passing
just
the
saying-
Cardinals with Kyler Murray.
Dude,
you're
I
passing the
understand
Seahawks,
that.
you're passing
I
the
understand it's a hot take. I think that they come out next
Definitely
year and
hot.
go crazy.
I mean, if they do well,
I think
that's
Von
all
Miller's
they
back.
have.
I think that they got a lot of
with Drew
defensive
Lock and
depth.
everything, you don't think they need any additions?
Oh, they
just
need
gotta come out
additions
and
for
be-
sure, but they're gonna have a good draft pick
So,
this year.
so if they need
They're
additions,
gonna have
then you
good.
can't.
They're
Really
talking
say.
about picking up Aaron Rodgers,
Right, but I'm talking right now. That's what I mean.
but I'm just saying that I think they come out next year and they're hot. That's what I'm saying.
What?
That's why I
Aaron
put
Rodgers
them
on the Broncos.
I just seen
Dude,
I just seen an
he's a
article
legend,
about it.
But
yeah, but I don't
but at
think
the
this
same
is the
time,
thing where we
I don't
just
think
keep
it
bringing
fits.
legends in to
Yeah.
sneak a fucking Super Bowl.
yeah,
They're
man.
gonna do it though.
Like,
I
I appreciate you, Peyton. Thank you.
Right.
But like, this ain't the same
Dude, that
shit.
would be funny though.
Football's
No,
not
that
changing.
Broncos might be the team
It's
that really
possible.
collects all the legends at the end of the
Just
end
fucking
of the year.
steal one.
Fuck, dude, that'd be lit, dude. Actually,
It
It's
would.
hilarious.
It would. But like, I mean, this is a new age of football. You
That's
brought
right.
up like the new fucking quarterbacks and stuff, and I feel like Drew Lock has the potential to do so. We have like skilled players that I like to see stick around. Judy.
yeah.
Jerry
Dude,
Judy.
you guys got a young boy.
Like,
I mean,
Dude,
you
Hamlin, Chris, what is his name? Hamler.
And then
Yeah,
I
Kenny
was
Hamler or
thinking
whatever.
him, and then Jackson, or is it Fitzpatrick?
Oh, there's somebody else, Patrick. Yeah,
Patrick. Yeah, that like.
Patrick's a beast, dude.
He's
Noah
he's
Fant's
a
a beast.
sleeper. Fant's nice. Dude,
Um,
you guys got some sleepers.
That's
There's
what
no
I'm saying.
doubt.
And
We
then
should put it all together.
we got
Yeah.
Lindsey. We got Lindsey at the
So
running
what do you
back. We
guys
also
think-
got Melvin Gordon. I'm telling
What do
you,
you think
we're
about your
set to
coach?
explode.
What do you think about your coach? That's huge. Big Fangio.
I don't like him, but I think that
when he got hired, I liked his mentality of being hard nosed, fucking
Right.
like fucking punch you in the mouth type shit. I love coaches like that. But at the same time, with the new era, coming in like we were just talking about. Fucking, he's got
Flexibility.
to figure out how to fucking really get into that. He's
generation
been coaching
gap.
for so long, yeah. Like he needs to start getting into the new wave a little bit, but we'll see. I mean, offensively, I think he's got an old school offense, and I think with the
100%.
weapons he has, if they ran like a spread type, fucking little option with block, like I think they could do a lot of things. And Judy,
People
run
are-
jet sweep passes to Judy and shit. that'd
The
be
only
clean.
problem I have are people are really questioning, and I get why they're questioning Locke already, but he wasn't given a fair shake this season. He had
Locke,
injuries.
but I think he
He had
subpar
injuries
quarterback.
though, and he just wasn't able to get any consistency and build up a chemistry with his team throughout the year. He was out what 5-6 games this year. I mean,
That's fair.
different
Dude,
parts
I-
of the season too.
I
It
pray
was
Drew
never
Lock
like
does well because I love him.
I know, and we've had that combo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree, but it's
A lot of people talk shit about Drew, but I think
that's my problem. It's like nobody's giving him a fair shake.
All right, let's get into fucking NBA because
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm gonna be
fucking
an outlier.
first thing I want to talk about the NBA is I think Kevin Durant's a fucking pussy. I hate him. Obviously
We
he's
can
one of
stay on
those
this
guys.
for a second. You like KD?
He's one of those
I
guys
was a
that
Thunder guy, so kind
dude,
of.
he's
We're
obviously
on the same team.
one of the best
I know, that's what I
scorers
said,
versatily like to ever play the game. I mean, he's fucking 6'11".
He shoots
He's-
over everybody.
I rooted for him at the
Yeah,
Thunder,
he
but
shoots like
Dude,
fucking.
He's arguably one of the best scorers ever. Like,
Yeah,
he can
but
shoot over.
I think if you get physical
everybody.
with him, I mean, that's
He
it's,
shuts
He gonna
him
get
down.
physical. He'll get physical back. I mean, if you're saying like
I think-
4 quarters is just brutal.
I think you put somebody like
physical
Kawhi,
play.
LeBron. I mean, you really have to find somebody that
fatigue
can
will
lock
set
him up.
in,
Yeah.
But like, it's saved end of the day. Like, you get fucking a 10-second, get your breath on the one of them timeouts. Now you come back in, you're still 6'11" KD
Yeah.
shooting over top of him.
I think the
Every
Brooklyn. I just
yeah.
want to say this real quick. I think the Brooklyn Nets are literally the bad boys of the NBA right now because of the
Everybody's
fact that everybody
rooting
hates
against
them. I hate them. I think
they're like the Warriors in 16.
basically, yeah. And KD loves that. He goes everywhere. The most toxic fucking. You know what I mean? The most
Situation.
toxic trade moves is KD. That's why I hate him.
Let me say
He
this:
just.
KD, you said that if you rough him up and you
And I know
put
you got
Kawhi
Chase
or
Rings,
something,
but
and you put Kawhi or something, but every one of those players that you listed, or like any of the greats, he has exposed them. Like he has scored and went off on all the people that could potentially lock him
Yeah,
down.
he's not. Like
He
a
shows
shitty
that's
player,
him,
but,
dude.
like, he's a great scorer.
in their defense,
Yeah.
you got to think he's been on the Warriors.
Yeah, and he has the
And
yeah.
he's got you got
He has the
Steph Curry
support.
on the outside. You got Klay Thompson. Like what
Facts.
the fuck? You got to pick your poison. You know what I mean? So if
Yeah.
they pick KD, he's gonna pop off. And then like you pick Steph, KD's gonna pop off. It's like just one of those things. When you have that many weapons,
Yeah, literally. And
it's
that's,
hard.
That's the thing with Brooklyn is they got the pieces or whatever, and it's what I really like since we're like recently here.
They beat the Heat yesterday.
They did, but that little stint they played the Cavs, where pretty much all of them were kind of playing good, and the Cavs handled them. Young
Cavs,
Colin
dude. How about the Cavs?
That's
bro?
what I'm saying. They're playing.
That
good.
blows
The
my
only
mind. I
problem
never
with the
dreamed that.
NBA is there's gonna be one of the good teams is gonna lose to one of the shitty teams by
It's just
good-
the way it is.
Yeah,
Well, here's the
in
thing.
Well,
NBA.
that's basketball. I mean,
Right.
That's
But when you get to
basketball.
playoff
But
time, it's like that's why it's
gotta
best of
win.
7.
they're
Because
the
basketball,
best
you're more likely
in
to
the
have
world.
Exactly, that's so true.
You could have the team with the worst record could come out against the team with the best record.
That's like
and
16
play their
seed
best
recently beating
play
the
their
one
best
seed. That was like,
basketball
what,
and then beat them by
Yeah.
20 points.
I think the only
Exactly.
team that never happened to was the Warriors when they went like 68 and whatever. Like,
Oh,
That's the
they
difference
didn't
between
get beat
basketball
by
and
a
football.
shitty team that
Like
day.
you look at Alabama.
73 and 9.
Alabama's
Yeah.
never gonna get beat by Appalachian State, like the state up north, or like shit like that. Like our house football teams don't get.
Alabama almost got beat
besides-
by Ole Miss this year. Remember that?
Yeah, but,
I know they're an SEC team, but still, they're a shitty team this year.
Yeah, and I mean,
I was surprised. The only reason
it wasn't really almost. It was like, I mean,
It
it
was
was.
just like 58 to.
It was like 65 to 49.
I was gonna say, let's look that score up. 'cause I
All right,
forget.
so that's the Nets. I'm a big believer in the Hornets.
Oh yeah, you're a
I
big
got-
Hornets guy. Well, you're
well,
a Wizards fan, right?
I'm a Wizards
Is that
fan.
still the case?
Oh, dude, big Wizards
not
fan.
bailing them?
We'll get into my boys.
63.
But right now, I'm feeling wow.
So let's do basketball real quick, just real quick. Wizards, Lakers, and I was Lakers. I mean, for my
don't
whole
get
life.
twisted.
And
Root
we
for the
grew up
Lakers.
together. I've
Wizards
literally
fan.
been a Lakers fan my whole life. So, Denny?
I'm a local guy when it comes to basketball. Like, I'll be honest with you, the only team I've ever been passionate about rooting for in the playoffs was the Cavs when LeBron was there when they were playing.
See, with me,
But Denver Nuggets, if they made it to the playoffs, naturally I'm
Okay,
gonna root for
yeah,
them.
no
Because
doubt.
I love Denver teams. I love the
his name's
Avalanche.
Denver.
I love
It's
the
literally
Rockies.
named after fucking.
And I mean, so I'm gonna throw that out there. But I'm also, when I was 2K back in the day, all I would play with was the Thunder when they had Harden,
Well,
But-
that's fun.
and I would play with him after that just because I fell in love with the team. I love the culture. I love the the fans are passionate. They have a great stadium atmosphere. I just love Oklahoma City too. So those are my top 3. But I would always root for the Cavs over anybody.
I want to say the only sport that I root against Ohio in is NBA because of the fact that I didn't like LeBron, and that's why I'm so torn right now. Yeah, I never liked LeBron. I've been a big fucking Kobe guy. Never really liked LeBron. Now, I mean, LeBron's obviously he's a Laker now, so
now you're rooting.
Obviously I'm rooting for him. I'm not gonna switch teams just because I get fucking LeBron James on the team. But like, I don't know. It's a weird situation right now. But
right.
Yeah, I was just always a Kobe guy. I mean, Kobe's a goat. By the way, today was the day he passed. So
yeah, rest in peace.
shout out Kobe.
That still blows everybody's mind.
Dude, I've never cried like when somebody famous died, bro. But that one, like all day,
That
I
was
didn't even go to work, bro. Like I swear on broski, I didn't even go to work that day. I'm like, I called in and they're like, what's going on? I'm like,
I remember that.
I was like,
You didn't go,
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. You were having a rough day.
Yeah, bad.
That was like the day Mac Miller died. That was terrible for me. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very.
Everybody,
shit's
not everybody.
Crazy.
Yeah, facts.
So crazy.
So insane.
That was like one of those people that you look at, you're just like, dude, you'd never thought
think,
something like that would happen.
And like I heard someone say like it made everyone be like, oh shit, Kobe's like he's human.
Right. I mean, literally, that's how it seems.
Like you don't
because
think
when you think of people dying early, you think of like them getting into drugs or like most
Maybe
times
something
when
like
somebody
that,
dies early, like it's something like that
or just something.
But now it's
crazy.
But you don't think about helicopter fucking accidents.
No.
And shit, so
Like especially it's a lot to dabble into because like
Facts.
for something he like literally bro a helicopter here there was part of his daily life like that. So it's not like
literally it was his transportation.
Every
And
time
it's
I see
safer-
someone get
dude,
in a helicopter,
I'm pretty sure there's a statistic that it's safer to ride like a helicopter and a plane than a car.
Yeah, you're more likely to die in a car crash.
Yeah,
than a car
100%. But that's basically probably because
You drive
a
a
car
car
every single day.
And I mean, it's just more cars, like the percentage of it too. Like there's more high percentage of cars crashing than planes do.
Exactly, but yeah, shout out Kobe, GOAT, 100%.
R.I.P. for sure.
So love the Lakers, Wizards, of course, but I was starting to dabble into the Hornets. It's a team full of young bulls.
If you don't,
I'm going into it. A team full of young bulls. You got a couple old heads with you know what I'm saying. You got your Gordon
Big
Haywards.
Brandon Ingram guy.
You got a lot of
I got
fucking
his jersey
experience in their backcourt in between Devontae Graham, the Martin brothers, and what's the other dude's name? Fucking. I said Graham, the Martin brothers. Like, why can't I think of the other fucking point guard? Terry Rozier. Yeah. Terry Rozier.
Yeah.
And Miles Bridges, he's your fucking high flyer. And then Zeller's taking care of the post. But my biggest favorite is LaMelo Ball.
You're really coming through that?
Well, I've been a fan of him, but he's literally the best rookie performance-wise right now.
I have heard that.
Dude, his passing is insane.
I've been
passing, scoring, assists. He's leading rookies, bro. He's right now the potential rookie of the year.
For some reason, I've been a fucking Ball hater. The whole family. Not that
it's understandable.
I respect. I think, and I've sat down and spin about this a few times, but I think their dad is an absolute genius. I think, that being said, I've been hating on him, not even out loud. I don't go around saying I hate them, but in my head, I'm like, dude, they're dog shit. Like I don't know why that is, but it's there. But I haven't watched LaMelo play enough. You watch a lot of LaMelo, but I think his dad, people think he's an idiot and shit, but he's literally smart as fuck. Yeah, anybody that thinks look at how much attention he's put on his family. That's even if you go out and say he's out there saying that Michael Jordan, he could beat Michael Jordan 1-on-1 or whatever. All this shit that he's saying is getting so much
publicity.
That's like hot takes on ESPN. Stephen A. Talking about all this shit when he says something fucking outlandish. Everybody gets on his ass on Twitter.
He knows,
Any publicity is good publicity, even bad publicity. So it's that's what he's doing. He's a genius. His family now is worth so much money because of him being loud as fuck, and that's all it takes.
Literally, that was exposure, bro. He got his brand out there and everything. Now everyone's kind of just drawing in there and fucking.
I don't know.
Selling his shoes for so much. No.
I think they're actually doing pretty good.
I mean, I'm sure they're making money because of how much shit is, but.
Well, that's the other thing, bro. Right now, the fashion industry is taking a toll because who wants to fucking buy all this expensive merch when you gotta fucking worry about the money for this when you're not. People aren't working. You ain't gonna have money to do this and do that.
Yeah.
Look, Big Baller Brand is estimated $1 billion in 2021. It's estimated over $1 billion.
So
which
yes,
is a
he's
good
doing
evaluation.
fucking great.
That's great evaluation.
Like think about that. During a pandemic, he's doing that good. So like, bro, you can hate. People can hate.
I guess
all
they're
day.
big ballers.
Bro,
Well, a lot of NBA players.
You a big
support
baller.
it.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
damn right.
Not
Like,
a lot,
fucking
but-
take care of business. Hell yeah.
When you make money, it makes you more money, like you said.
Literally.
100%.
And if you're always in people's faces,
everybody
like,
says the first million's the hardest. So.
yeah, and then like,
I mean, that's
for
obvious,
for a
but, like,
fucking smart businessman with the team he has, like,
once you,
fuck, the sky
Yeah.
is the limit.
Right.
You're in the sky now. Let's
yeah,
go up there
exactly.
and go on space shuttle.
Good
Like,
sick, yeah.
Elon?
Well, I mean,
Dude,
dude,
Elon's a genius. Wow.
I mean, this is probably easy for me to say because obviously I don't have $1 million or whatever, but
Right.
like, from what I hear and what I see, I think it's, I mean, if you get that first $1 million literally sitting in your checkings account, like, and you don't go up from there, I think you are fucking, I don't know how you don't go up because if you have that much money,
Is what you're saying.
yeah,
Like,
I mean, if you have that much money, a lot of people,
Just
well,
about
not a
being
lot of
smart.
people, if you get $1 million, you're obviously smart. I mean, unless you fucking somehow fluke. But, like, a lot of people will just fucking spend, like, rappers and shit, they'll get all this jewelry. So many rappers and fucking professional athletes go broke because of the shit that they're buying. But imagine instead of buying $75,000 necklaces and shit, you go buy properties. Like, that to me is simple. Like, that's
Yeah.
literally, I mean, it's like Monopoly, bro. Like, you want to buy as many properties as you can once you have that much money, and then you're just getting more and more. It's an investment. You're getting money every month. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, because at that point you're just getting paid to
Every day, yeah. Every property you buy, you're getting paid for every single month. So it's like, it's a no-brainer.
Why would you
man.
not do that?
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to buy all this
Even
jewelry
if
and
you flip-
eventually open your own fucking
Mhm.
jewelry store and sell all your own jewelry, I mean, I don't think
There you
that's
go.
the
That's
goal.
a whole
of people.
different thing.
Yeah, that's another idea, but you know, I don't think people
Some
are
Jack
trying to do
Staley
that.
shit.
I love Jax. Shout out Jack Staley.
Matt, if you take,
I mean, you'll
Jack
probably won't
Tim's in,
watch
hey,
this,
how you doing,
but-
baby?
Roman, if you're watching this, shout out your dad.
Dude, Jack is an absolute goat. Wise fucking man.
Let him know we said that.
Love
I
him.
mean, he
Wise
already
guy.
knows.
Real good guy. So, another young team that I'd like to see do good's Atlanta. You know?
Trey?
Yeah,
Trey
Trey,
Young.
Big O. Like, they
Him and Grayson Allen have been getting
I'd
into
love to
it.
see Atlanta because they've been dog shit for a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like.
It,
When's the
they're
last time they
starting
were
to come
good?
around.
With,
like, you're talking about like.
Clyde Drexler or what?
Dude.
I know, that's what I mean. I feel like that.
I mean, it just kind of it's all opinionated. What do we?
Well,
think
not
should
really.
be?
I mean, if you look
Are
at
you
the
just talking
stats,
just
I'm
take
talking
me
like,
hand
when's the
one?
last time they fucking made a playoff run? Yeah, then you got it. But, fuck, dude. Oh.
But,
Here we go. Atlanta Hawks best and worst seasons. Last year, or 2015, they went 60-22.
2015.
Wait, yeah, because they had Kyle Korver and shit. That's right.
Oh,
that's when it was.
That was
Nobody
so
would have
long
remembered
ago.
Yeah, I know.
Kyle
they were
Korver
a
was a
powerhouse.
beast,
They were
bro.
like a 1 seed, bro.
Korver.
I forgot about that. But then they
Dude,
shit the bed in
60
the playoffs.
wins. 60 wins.
They
is a
shit
one
the bed in
seed.
the playoffs, though, didn't they? Check that.
Like
Look
maybe
at the
second
year.
round.
Type the year in and see when. I want to say they shit the bed in the
We'll
playoffs.
let him pull that up and then.
Who did they have besides Korver? Because Korver was popping off back then.
That's
That
cool.
CBD has me relaxed.
There you go.
CBD says.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hawks, 2015
I was looking at
playoffs. I didn't. Dude, CBD really does like on brisket.
No, I know.
It's good shit.
100%.
It helps inflammation. So 2015 we have playoffs.
I'm listening.
That's
Bro.
hilarious. No, they went first round and then 4-2. They went in the first round. On the road they were 1-2. Home they were 3-0. They played good at home. And then conference semifinals. The very next round they were 0-4.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Who'd they play?
That's why I said they lost in the second
Who'd they
round.
play? The
We have to
fucking
look.
Magic or something?
We have to look. Hold on, I'm going to the playoff schedule.
I want to say they played a dog shit Magic team or some shit.
That's something you should have-
Oklahoma. What? They went straight to. That made no sense. 2015.
Who's winning it this year?
Yeah, I was just say bring up. We can just talk about something else. I'll pull this up.
Good.
Who's winning it this year? I really think the Lakers got it, bro. I'm so serious. I really
Back-to-back?
think. Yeah. I think LeBron wins his, what is it, the 5th or 4th?
No, I think it's fifth. Yeah.
Got his 4th last year.
Dude,
How
I know
many-
more about sports than I thought I did. Like,
How many rings do you think LeBron ends up with?
7. I think he goes back to the Cavs and wins one with his
That
son.
would solidify his GOAT status.
I think he goes back to the Cavs and wins one with his son. I don't think he's
He'll
quitting. I don't
definitely-
think he's quitting until he beats Jordan. That's
He
why I said
definitely.
that.
Can we all agree he goes back to the Cavs at some point?
I think they draft
You
his
guys think
son.
so?
He's not. There's no way he doesn't.
Dude, I think
Sorry,
they draft
Cavs.
Bronny, bro. I think they draft Bronny and they play together.
That would make sense.
Somebody
Because-
told me he said something about that in an interview, and like that was.
No,
his
he's
dream.
definitely gonna play with his son.
Yeah,
that's
that's-
his,
yeah,
that's
of
his,
course.
so
And they're
that's
gonna win a
definitely
ring
something.
together.
We can agree.
You think it's gonna be in LA?
We can agree he's going to be in
No.
the NBA until his son's there.
I do
I'll say
too.
that.
I think Cavs.
Yeah.
Sven's the only one that's on the fence about that.
I don't see. I know.
I
Well,
mean-
LeBron is like.
I don't see
I
him
think
not.
what I think
Him
is
As much
only
love
won
as he's got for
dude.
Cleveland.
Exactly, and him only winning 1 ring for them and winning 2 rings other places or 3 rings. I think that he'll know that people have like some type of animosity towards him for that.
Oh, there always
And that's the
be
whole
some.
reason he came back to Cleveland was to clear that shit. So if he even cares about that in the first place, I feel like he has to come back. That's how I feel. And
It'd
then
be so crazy to see him play his son. That'd be the first time I think anyone's ever like father son in the league at the same
no,
time.
I think that
LeBron's,
play together.
LeBron's got so much power he can fucking
I think
retire
father-son
and
have
go
played
join
right.
him on whatever team he
I don't-
wants.
there's never been a father son
On
in
the
the
same
league
team.
in the league at the same time. There's
I mean,
no way.
how-
I
yeah, how
wouldn't
would
know
you-
about it.
I know. How would that
Like-
even make sense?
It doesn't. Like
Nobody's
Shouldn't be
ever
that
played
great
for
that
18
long.
years, you know?
I mean, if Vince Carter had a
someone,
kid.
yes, people play for 18 years. People play for 20 years, but their
But I'm
sons,
saying like long enough to do it.
like,
Yeah, no, they
coming
have,
into the
but,
league.
but still, you gotta think. I mean, having a kid and do it and making him a stud. What's the chances of your
King
kid going to
Griffey,
the NBA?
King
player?
Griffey,
Yeah, yeah,
if it's
yeah.
Yeah,
MLB,
we're talking-
MLB.
Let's talk about
I knew
basketball.
about that one.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I looked up father
Oh,
sons
that's
together.
what popped up.
Oh, those coaches, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
Doc and
Hold
Austin.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff happens.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah, because they got all.
See,
that
I'm not
money.
saying there has been. I just was like, damn.
Yeah.
I didn't know that never happened.
I mean, you gotta think that's pretty unreal.
It
To
is
actually,
unreal.
if that happens, I mean,
Dude, if it's gonna happen, he's the one.
that
They're the
almost
ones
makes
who-
him. That almost adds to the GOAT status to me. Like, because you just raised the kid
Yeah.
while you were playing the whole
Absolutely.
fucking time. Raised the kid to be an
Absolutely.
NBA player, and you're an NBA player, and you're on the same fucking team, and you got how many ever rings he has at that point? Like, dude, it's incredible.
It is
Like,
incredible.
it's
He is.
absolute-
It's gotta happen first.
I mean, if I had $1 million plus to spend on my body a year, I'd probably do it too.
I gotta piss real quick, boys.
okay, so it's saying with many sons have chosen to follow the footsteps of their father and join the NBA, I decided to write an article that would detail the top 7 father-son combinations. I think that's just like overall, it's not during the same time. I mean, that's not what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think it's just saying like a father and son that have both played.
Yeah.
It's a Bleacher Report for you. Don't hate it, but. Yeah, I'm about to have to take one too of these.
Oh. Well,
So-
should we dabble into the tunes?
Well, I thought we're gonna sneak into college basketball. Alright, so we all agree Lakers are winning this year.
Yeah, there's nothing about it.
Yeah, Lakers got it. There's some couple teams.
We'll do a top 5 NBA once the season's over. We'll do that every time like a season's coming to an end or whatever. I
Right.
think that's the best time to do that, or
Right.
the end and the beginning type shit.
Yep. What
So,
was? Yeah, I see what you're
After
saying.
the drafts and all that, we can do a beginning one too.
You're familiar with Mac McClung, aren't you?
McClung, is he a state up north guy? No. I knew there's a Mick that's a state up north. Mick, fucking big guy, big white dude.
Oh, I
Fucking
bet you're talking about.
McGrary or
Plays
something.
for Michigan.
Yeah, he does now still.
Well,
He might. I don't know.
no, Mac McClung was playing in Georgetown.
Oh,
Now
he's a dunk dude.
Now
That's
he's a-
got all those dunk videos.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
bro.
an athlete, bro.
Yeah, now he plays at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Dude's a monster. I mean,
Yeah, he is. I fuck with that dude.
he's got some serious bounce.
He's been on the Vertimax once or twice.
Yeah, I'd say maybe.
I think he does the birdie before the
Imagine
games.
never. He's never
Right.
been on it. And then that's his
Maybe.
natural ability. Just.
I mean, it's still natural ability. Just because you do the Vertimax isn't artificial.
I mean,
I mean,
but it definitely helps.
Yeah, no.
Or,
It's artificial after you get off of it. Because we
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
like dunk after we
Literally,
got
hop off that bitch, you're fucking floating around.
Dude,
Like,
Coach
it
Moore had
feels,
us-
it's absolutely crazy.
Coach Moore had us up in the gym and we literally put it right next to the hoop so we could jump off and put.
Literally, swear.
Dude, that was fun.
We used to literally have the murder maxes up there in the gym,
I'm
fucking jumping up, having to just smack the backboard and then sprint
Right.
off, and walk back, do a bunch of other
100%.
shit. We were doing that fucking 8th grade.
Literally, we were in 8th grade. Yeah. Dude, I
That
miss
shit
high
is
school
nuts.
sports so bad. And that's, I wanted to bring this up. I fucking hate how sports are only school affiliated. Like, isn't that mind-boggling? Like, so kids that
yes,
aren't
yes.
educationally inclined or whatever, like,
Mm.
I can't sit in a classroom and, like, I never had good grades, particularly.
Mm.
Average, below average, but, because I didn't give a fuck. Because, like, I mean, dude, who wants to sit in a class that you don't give a fuck about? You're never going to use. That's why I think schools are totally fucked too, like in the sense of making you, like, once you get to the point of like algebra 2 and shit, if you're not going to do something like an accountant or something that takes a lot of math skills, why do you have to sit through these algebra 2 classes and shit? Can somebody answer that? Like, why are we not teaching kids finance? The main thing about life is money. Why are we not teaching kids how to fucking budget, how to fucking save money, how to fucking? That's the whole thing about life is money.
Yeah.
Like
They don't
it's
have it,
turning
like,
in papers doesn't get you paid. You're not gonna fucking like it's fucking stupid, dude.
I mean,
I know you go to school. I'm not dogging anybody that goes to college.
no,
and be a
and
doctor
there
and
will be
shit.
some
That's-
jobs where you do turn in papers for money. We're
Yeah.
not getting mad about that.
Right.
It's just the fact that
that
the education system, I
it's
think,
fucked.
is just
I think it's
flawed.
fucked. It's absolutely flawed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There are some places out there that, not a lot, that kind of generate a lot more students that do that shit.
Right.
And they have actual plans
Right.
for people to do that shit. And you're like, okay, you're not just taking these dumb classes, like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm actually teaching
Like
you something.
college, you can pick what you're doing, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you still have those.
But you still have those
those
classes you
fucking
have to
core
take.
classes you have to
Yeah.
take. It
You
doesn't.
have
You're
to-
paying for fucking shit that you don't need. I don't get that. Somebody fucking explain that
gotta
shit to
just
me.
go
You know what I
back
mean?
down to have to do shit you don't
Yeah,
need to do.
exactly.
It's just for to say you did it.
I know.
I guess for like, oh well.
Like, I know you need English. Like when you're a kid, like math, 1 + 1, that shit I get.
I get
But
it.
once you get to a certain fucking point, I'm never gonna use more than mental math in my life. I don't believe. I mean, my goal has nothing to do with algebra 2. So the fact that I got a D- in algebra 2 when I was in high school doesn't mean shit, but it did to I couldn't go to fucking colleges and shit because of that. And that's back to what I'm saying. I think it's fucking stupid that sports are only school affiliated. So what I want to do eventually, and I hope a lot of people feel this way, I really want to start a fucking league of some sort that's people like us, just degenerates that want to play sports. You know what I mean?
Dude,
that's why when I
amazing
mentioned
idea,
you,
dude.
when I mentioned that to you, Denny, like the fucking 7-on-7, just imagine like
I know
my
people
fucking
be
old
down
man,
with it.
my old man
There
said
was a
he.
leg room down there.
Alright, no, let's not break shit then. I know you're good at that.
Your old man said what?
He would fucking sponsor us, get us jerseys and shit. And I think like, dude, like he played in the league actually when he was like my age. It's crazy that I remember that, but they all had like it was a flag league. They did like the Finks, like they all had teams like
Right.
Finks, fucking Dutros. I'm just
Like how people play softball, just
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like even if we don't have to do that, but like imagine this.
I'm
Just
just looking through the notes, my bad, bro.
Just imagine this, okay? 7-on-7 league. You have to do flag, obviously. And we make it pay to play. Like each player has a fee. Like who wouldn't? I mean, you do that for every other sport when you're growing up. Like you pay.
That's it. That's just what it is.
So and then you pay because what I would want to do is, and I think this would be badass if we donate some money to each school that we want to play on. So if this team wants West End to be
Their home
the home field.
essentially.
Yeah, we can donate to them and say, hey, do you mind if we use your field whenever you're not using it for this? We'll give you X amount of dollars.
Facts.
And I think that's I mean, we're supporting their athletics. I don't see what would be wrong with it. I don't know. Maybe this is more complicated than what I'm thinking in my head. I don't think it's that fucking complicated.
Well, Corona guidelines, if any of us have the virus,
that's
wear
true.
the
I didn't
mask,
think
you
about
know,
that bullshit.
6
Playing
feet.
football with
Yeah.
Corona and shit.
Yeah, people get stirred.
That's so.
Guys.
Oh my god.
Okay, but it's
have you guys?
Let me finish.
Los Angeles just lifted the ban on it with the new presidency. Everything's
Florida.
going away magically. But I'm serious. Everything really is going.
Yeah.
Like everybody's lifting the.
Love
I
to see
mean,
it.
we'll see. But
Right.
we'll see.
So imagine we got that 7-on-7 shit. We do those teams, home field, whatever. You can link like whenever. I think if you just do a round robin, you don't have to make a schedule. You just have to play every team. Say there's 10 teams. You have to play every team by a certain date. You don't have to have like this team
So
plays on
schedule
Sunday.
whenever?
So that way you got flexibility on the schedule. So you do the round robin, then you seed playoffs, boom. And we could do this with our cameras. We can film every game, highlights. We can put them on our fucking channel. This is all type of shit. Like this channel is gonna be
People
so
would love to
diverse. I
watch
can't
that.
wait.
Are you
But
playing with Pat or
Yeah.
just 2 in touch flag?
no,
What?
flag,
Imagine
that's what
everybody
it
was
is.
I just messaged
have
her.
to.
Grilling people.
Yeah.
Hard to be. Back.
All right, we cut off for a brief second. I didn't realize the battery would be limited, but we'll get that figured out. Like I mentioned before, this is only gonna get better. We're amateurs right now. Fucking amateur hour. Anyway,
We need to talk about college football sometime.
Yeah, I'll be on the list of
That's true.
to-dos.
yeah. But yeah, so I think I said everything I wanted to say about that 7-on-7 shit and being every sports being school related and all that. I think that's fucking stupid, and I think there needs to
Yeah,
be more of that
I
stuff.
believe we were talking about how the school system is flawed.
Yeah,
they're not.
100%.
They're just not teaching the right stuff. No discredit to teachers. Like you guys are doing your job, take care of business, but
I hope that was in there. I don't
teach
know.
them something
That might
else.
be where.
Like change something. Someone's got to come up and be like, "Hey, listen."
Literally, kids are fucking, dude. Like you go through high
I mean,
school.
fuck.
like
I know. I
said.
went through school and came out, didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, like finance and shit. They don't
Nothing.
teach fucking. They don't teach you how to fucking manage your money, how to budget, how to do anything. But they're teaching algebra 2 to people that are never gonna fucking use it.
Yeah.
It's literally has to be done.
Yeah, there has to be like a selective thing, like choose
Yeah.
what you want to learn.
Yeah,
what
I
you're
mean it's
interested in.
stupid that you're forced to take stuff, and I know you're growing up, and they want you to have a diverse knowledge, so that way you can find out if you like the shit. But it gets to a point where, I mean, you know what you're gonna want. You know what I mean? You for the
They're
most part,
ruining people's lives over it. Like college athletes that have to learn a math skill that they're never going to use, and
Yeah,
now
and
they
then
can't
they struggle
play.
with it because
And then they
yeah,
fail
and-
out,
Yeah,
and then they never get to be a great.
Exactly.
They could be the next Tom Brady, and now they're out. Like it's.
100%.
That's very true. That shit does happen.
And that happens all the time.
Will
Look at
continue
Cameron
to
Royer.
happen.
I mean, Cameron Royer was an absolute fucking stud.
Somebody shouldn't be rejected just because of
Right.
just because of something they're forced to learn.
100%.
That's true.
Well, we might as well wrap it up with dabble into the music a little bit.
Oh,
Big.
you're trying to think of who's the goat, who's the top greats, who? What?
Well, if that's
what
what
do you
we
think?
can
What
do
do
the
you
top
think? What do
5
you
if
think?
you want. I mean, you already know what I'm thinking. I got them up.
All right, that's time for the top 5. You already know Lil Weezy's up there, baby. Scoop. We're just gonna
Callie's got a
pretend-
fire going
let's
on
just
upstairs
pretend it's
side of
not
the
happening.
podcast.
Don't interrupt when nothing's going on. That's not even there. That's not even there.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean,
It's
listen.
Alright.
I mean, worst comes to worst, something's on fire. But I
It's
think
not
I think it's
That's
tamed.
not-
I think it's tamed, and we're vibing still. Just
Alright. Alright, yeah, well, let's do fucking top 5. We might as well.
Lil Wayne's up there for me. Drake's up there for me. Bob Marley's up there for me.
Solid.
That's just I mean, I don't know who to go to after that.
I got Wayne, Drake.
I'll give it J. Cole, motherfuckers a legend. But then you get, I'm not thinking like old heads. Like
Actually,
someone. Do you think anybody would just throw Elvis in the top 5?
I don't listen to Elvis.
I mean, an old head. Somebody's older.
Somebody,
So, he's-
or not even
Michael
old head,
Jackson
somebody
would
that
be
likes
my
Elvis.
5th one. Like I had Wheezy, Drake, J. Cole, Michael Jackson, and Elvis.
Hey, Elvis
I
guy.
mean,
Uh-huh.
I like one of them little numbers.
Mine's definitely it's so see to me if we're doing GOAT, like it's gotta be Wayne, but at the same time I like Drake's music. I'm gonna do my opinion on what music I
not
listen
go.
to.
Yeah, your opinion.
Yeah. So I'll do Drake number 1, of course. He's an automatic banger. Number 2, Wayne. For me, I mean, as much as he's been a part of my life, I mean he's right behind us. You gotta put
Got it.
Scott Muscuddy.
and
And And then this is when the question marks start coming in. So, damn. Fuck, dude, there's so many good artists, bro. Like, yeah, then I'm gonna forget somebody, and then people are gonna get on my ass.
I mean, with 5,
A lot of people are big on Future.
There's-
Trent Cox fucking loves him.
love.
But he's not in my top 5. I'm gonna say there's probably some fucking indie artists like John Mayer. I'm big on John Mayer.
And
But
there's
might
like
be a
a
little sus, but
handful
I'm
of
big.
names that like you kind of like leave out. I see
Yeah, I get
Denny's got a
Rush
little list working up over here. He's gonna mention
Hour.
at least one that I could have thrown up there that I didn't.
Okay, I'm just gonna do what's off the top of my head because for so much of my high school career, Wiz Khalifa was.
Drake, Wiz, Weezy.
So I got Drake, Weezy, Cudi, Wiz. Mac Miller's got to be up there, but let's stick in one genre so it's easier. Hip hop, R&B. rap.
My list is.
Then I'm doing
my top
Mac
5
Miller.
ever. That's easier for you, but I wrote down a list so I can I remember them all. Like that's easier to stay in one genre, but I already got a list. I just wrote down Mac Miller #1.
Number 1, who's your GOAT?
He's my dude. Yeah, I've had the most connection, and I love his music more than anybody. Just personal opinion. Number 2 is Jack Harlow. That's probably more like fan interaction and just knowing him since I was a kid. Like he's one of my favorite artists ever. Like it's just bad.
Oh, you know when you
You're
were
gonna be
a
on
kid?
stage, aren't you?
Yeah,
So
well, we can talk about that like eventually. Number 3 is Drake. 100% Drake's on the top 5 all time for sure. Fleetwood Mac's number 4. That's a little indie. I love Fleetwood Mac. Always have. And
can
then,
you
then
name
you mentioned one.
name 3 Fleetwood Mac bangers? I'm gonna put
Dreams.
you on the spot.
Dreams, Gypsy, and
That's the reason I wouldn't put them top 5. If you can't think of
Never
a
Gonna
third,
Change.
Okay, that's fair. Fleetwood Mac is a vibe. I'm not dogging them. I just wanted to know if you could name 3 others because that'd be
Fair.
impressive to me if you could even name 3
Fair.
songs. So.
I'm gonna check myself.
No,
But
you're good.
number 5 is John Mayer, and that's because you mentioned it. I love John Mayer. 100%. I watch all his on stage performances.
He's good. 100%.
First off, I'm not good at naming songs, and when you always put me on the spot at work, when you're like, "What Drake songs?"
Yeah,
are
I
you?"
know,
Like,
I know.
I'm
It's
not
hard
good
to
at
think
naming
of the
songs, so
titles.
I might have fucked that up, guys. Full disclosure. Put me in the comments if I did. Put me on blast.
Yeah, blast any in the comments.
I mean, not always. You can blast all of us. That's what we're here for.
Callie's clowning puts ass and titties in the topics on my list. That halfway tempts me to just name some bad bitches, but
I mean,
Whoa,
you
whoa,
could,
whoa,
but I mean,
whoa.
I guess that was more of a you and answer.
Don't do
yeah, true. Ass or titties.
That
We gotta dive one to that.
Bro.
Oh my.
Real shit.
I'm
I mean,
going
that-
downstairs.
You're going down.
Ass.
I think we're all 3. I think we all 3 agree. Ass.
I mean, you could listen.
I think that's
But,
a nowadays. That's a new generation thing. Like everybody used to love titties in the old days.
I love titties.
Oh, everybody loves titties, but like
I mean, no, obviously, but
every ratio is a perfect ratio. How about that?
heard that.
Everybody's beautiful in their own way. You know what I mean? You know.
That's fun.
But some titties are always fun to play with.
Ready to get these boys on the slopes.
Yep.
Get some
So
mountain content.
we might as well fucking wrap it up. But yeah, I can't wait to fucking
Yeah,
start.
there's no song called "Never Gonna Change." I'll fuck that up.
Flow. Top 5.
Yeah. So, real
It's
quick.
called "Never Going Back."
Real quick, is McGregor's career over?
No.
Okay, Denny.
No.
Okay.
What do you think about Garcia fighting Pacquiao?
Let's
I
get
didn't
into
see
the
that.
boxing. We'll get into the boxing.
Interesting.
But yeah. So, bunch of shit to come. I mean, today's podcast, I wanted to more so just get a breakdown of where we stand on all these areas. You know what I mean?
100%.
So this will more so be like a daily current event type vibe of a podcast because this is literally going to be every day through the week. So eventually we'll have some weekend stuff and some people coming in and joining the podcast, which will be lit.
Couple
But
guests.
but yeah, so we're gonna have all sorts of fucking different content. Like I said, can't fucking wait.
Great
Slopes will be
pranks.
lit.
There's gonna be great pranks coming in.
of course.
We got some crazy
pranks, street interviews. I mean, I've said it over and over again. The diversity of the channel will be fire. So.
vehicular stunts.
The Zara reviews. We gotta help Portnoy with the Zara reviews. You know,
there's a lot of pie out there.
There's a lot of pie out there that he's not able to touch.
Yeah,
So.
there's a lot of pie you gotta taste.
And we love pizza. You fucking
Love
this is
pizza.
a
I
pizza
mean,
king. So
literally, this-
well, Portnoy might not like that. But
Yeah, you might get
he's
it.
always been a pizza guy. So yeah, fucking lit, boys. We love to see it.
SA1.
SA1, baby. We'll get back after it tomorrow. Let's go.
Been a pleasure.
Yeah. Good shit.
Fire.